Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel. Thanks for joining me for All Levels Yoga, courtesy of Comeback Yoga. Feel free to grab any props that you like to use in your normal yoga practice, whatever that is. And if you don't know if you use them, you can just go without or grab a block, grab something that can bring the ground up closer to you, and maybe just see what feels good in the body. This is the third week in January that we are practicing presence. The first week we played with observing the environment. Last week we played with the breath. This one we're going to be focusing on the body. Some of the postures might be a little bit more challenging, but again, this is your practice. Do what feels good. Let's go ahead, make our way to the top of the mat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, hands by the sides. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. We're going to hold plank pose, finding that awareness in our body. Feel free to lower one knee or both knees, actively press the mat away. As we're here, I'm just going to fill you in on a few things. Remembering that this class is about 45, 50 minutes long. We'll end with a little bit of breath work. In all things in yoga, please do what feels good in your body. Are you starting to be really present in your body? I know I am. I can feel that core activation. On your next exhale, let's lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, shine the heart. Exhale to lower. Let's do that twice more. Hands are pressing down. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Small, medium, or large. Exhale to lower. How's that feeling for you? Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Shoulders draw down the back body. Exhale, low. Draw back, child's pose. Hips towards the heels, hands can stay forward. Now, as you're here, knees can be together, and our chest or belly can rest on our upper thighs. Breathing into the back ribs, observe how this feels. Let's stay here for one more breath. Permission to stay as you are, or help yourself come up just a little bit. Take your knees wide, big toes to touch. Hips draw back into child's pose. How does that feel? Same, better, worse, or maybe just different. Breathing into the back ribs, maybe you can breathe into the side ribs. I know that my side ribs are touching my inner thighs. It gives a little bit of feedback right there. Let's stay here for one more breath wherever you are. Permission to stay as you are or add your side body stretch. Walking the hands over to the right, option to rotate the gaze to the right. One more breath. And then returning back, forward and center. Hands walk over to the left, option to rotate the gaze to the left. And then let's return back, forward and center. On your next inhale, round up into tabletop, arch the spine. Exhale, draw back down dog, lift the hips up and back. Take a moment to pedal out the legs by bending one knee and straightening the other, or maybe deeply bend both knees. Let's stay here for one more breath. And on your next exhale, let's walk those feet to the hands. Rooting down through the feet, inhale, come to stand however feels good. Let's all meet, hands to the heart or to the hips. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, hands together or not. Exhale, lean towards the right. Inhale, come up center. Exhale, lean towards the left. Inhale, come up center. Exhale, hands behind the back. Standing back bend, any variation. I'm going to interlace those fingers. Inhale, pull the heart forward, straighten the arm. Exhale to stay here. You can always release the hands to the low back, fingertips pointed down. Gaze might be slightly skyward. Let's stay here for one more breath. And on your next exhale, let's release. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Feet are underneath. The knees stacked under the hips. Coming into a little bit of weight distribution. Allowing yourself to shift forward and back. And then side to side. Noticing if we're nice and stable through the feet. How does that feel? Let's pause here for one moment. Rooting down behind the big toe, behind below the big toe, on the outer edge of the feet, right behind the pinky toe, and then through the heel. Do you feel that nice grounding? Keep on breathing. As you focus on your feet, allow yourself to shift forward and back. Try to find that stability. Gently bend the knees as you need. Begin to go side to side. How's that feel? Find that stillness. And then allow yourself to do little circles. Maybe you can do a big circle. I know I can. And then go the opposite direction. How does that feel? Do you feel nice and grounded through your feet? Okay. Find that stillness, awareness to all the toes. Inhale, lift up the toes. Exhale to lower the toes. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up the toes. Exhale to lower the toes. One more time. I like my threes. Inhale, lift up the toes. Exhale, lower the toes. Hands by the sides. We're going to meet at the top of the mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. We're coming into a side plank. Feel free to lower one knee or just rotate. Remembering that there's lots of variations of side plank. Whether the feet are stacked, maybe the top leg is lifted, maybe the bottom knee is lowered, just like me. Remember, we'll be here for a moment. If you see that curtain behind me, it's just a curtain covering a window. If we hear things because we're in my home, I'll kind of address it as they happen, whether it's neighbors or cars or dump trucks. Is that a nice distraction? Are you getting tired? On your next exhale, let's begin to lower down. I'm going to change sides just so my back's not towards you. Let's go to the other side. I didn't cue which side. Going to side plank on the other side, that's all that matters. Feeling that strength in your stillness. It's okay if we're shaking. Sometimes when we work really hard, we become very present and very aware of our bodies. Maybe even very aware of our breath. It's maybe harder to breathe. Maybe we're breathing faster. In all things, we find that moderation. So rest as you need and do what feels good for you today. Let's stay here for one more breath. And on your next exhale, return to regular plank, knees up or down. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Hands under shoulders for cobra or to the low ribs or up dog. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale to stay here or to lower. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale to stay here or to lower. One more time. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale, let's all lower. Draw back child's pose. Hips towards the heels, hands are forward. Inhale, round up into tabletop, arch the spine, and settle here in tabletop. From here, you're welcome to grab extra padding for the knees. Inhale to release the belly, tail and head to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, tail and head descend. Twice more. Inhale to release the belly, tail and head to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, tail and head descend. One more time. Inhale to release the belly, tail and head to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, tail and head descend. Come into a neutral position. Option for child's pose or make your way to downward facing dog. Steady breathing. We're going to hold the posture, whether down dog or child's pose, just for a little bit longer. Feeling that elongation of the spine. Actively pressing the hands down into the mat and away. How's that feel? Lowering the heels down towards the mat. Do you feel that lengthening through the back of the legs? Do you feel the strengthening of the shoulders?
in your stillness or any organic movement that your body needs. How's the breathing? Let's stay here for one more breath. Those of you in child's pose, stay as you are or make your way to downward facing dog. From down dog, on your exhale, let's walk those feet to the hands. Changing it up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Option to lower the back knee or keep it lifted. Inhale, reach the hands up skyward. Exhale, lower. Step up to forward fold. Take your time as you get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands, left foot steps back. Option to lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands skyward, crescent pose. Exhale, lower. Step up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands, right foot steps back. Option to lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up skyward. Exhale, lower. Step up to forward fold. Other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands, left foot steps back. Option to lower that back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up skyward. Exhale, lower. Step up to forward fold. I said I like my threes. Last time, each side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Right foot steps back. Option to lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up skyward. Exhale, lower. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands, left foot steps back. Option to lower that back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up skyward. Exhale, lower. Step up to forward fold. Pause here to breathe. Hands can be on the block. Knees can be bent if you need. Head is heavy. Gently nod the head yes, shake the head no. And pause here for a moment. If you're able, bend the knees and allow those hands to come down to the mat or to a block. Anything that's able to bring the ground up closer to you if you're having a hard time. From here, let's plant that left hand. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, let's lower. Right hand plants down. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands, bend the knees, and lower the hips. Inhale, lift up the hips, straighten the legs. Twice more. Exhale, bend the knees and lower the hips. Inhale, lift up the hips, straighten the legs. One more time. Exhale, bend the knees and lower the hips. Inhale, lift up the hips, straighten the legs. Root down through the feet. Inhale, come to stand however feels good. Let's all meet, hands to the heart or to the hips. Feet are here for support. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, hands together or not. Exhale, lean towards the right. Inhale, come up center. Exhale, lean towards the left. Stay with your breath. Inhale, come up center. Exhale, hands behind the back. Standing back bend, any variation. If you're joining me, interlace the fingers. Inhale, pull the heart forward, straighten the arms. Exhale to stay here. Option to stay here, or maybe you'll release the hands to the low back, fingertips pointed down. Let the gaze go skyward, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Let's stay here for one more breath. Feel that opening across the chest. And on your next exhale, let's go ahead and release. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. We're coming into our first balance. Standing figure four. If you'd like, come off your mat, hold on to a piece of furniture or a wall that can fully support you, or practice where you are. Rooting down with one foot. I'm gonna root down with the right foot. And then from here, bending that left knee. This might be plenty for some, toe down. Some of you will play with balance. If you need to come into tree instead, perfectly fine. Hips are nice and even. If you'd like to join me, take that left ankle on top of the right knee. This is plenty for some, playing with our balance. Or begin to bend that standing leg. Lower the hips, hands and gaze are set with intention. Now remember, we're gonna be here for a little bit longer than usual.
that gives you permission, whether it's a short or a long time, to come out of the posture. Shaking, coming out of the posture, feeling a lot of sensation. It's all part of the practice. Listen to your body, make sure your ego doesn't get in the way, and allow yourself to embrace the sensations that are arising. What are you feeling in this present moment? Whether you're in this figure 4, a tree pose, or playing with balance, this is your time on the mat. There's so many different variations. What works well for you? Let's stay here for one more breath. On your next exhale, let's begin to release. Shake out as you need. Nice job. You know what we're doing on the other side. Try to do the same variation if you can. If not, it's all good. When you're ready, root down through that opposite leg. I know my ankles are a little tired. Find what works for you, whether we're playing with balance. Maybe we are opting for tree pose instead. Perfectly fine. Standing figure 4. Standing leg can be straight or a little bend to the knee. Maybe a really big bend to the knee. Doesn't matter. Every day is a new opportunity to see what your body wants to do, what feels good, and maybe learning what doesn't feel so good. Maybe it's a challenge. Maybe it's something that we need to work on, or maybe it's something that we say, not in my practice. Totally fine. How's the breathing? I find that sometimes with harder postures, or when we hold something and it's a little bit more muscular, in the sense that it's strength in yoga, my mind really tunes into the sensation. Right now, I have a lot of awareness in my quad and I'm not bending my knee much. I have a lot of awareness in my ankles as well, in my standing ankle. How are you feeling? That's keeping me very present. Have you already come out? That's okay. Are you wobbling? I know my ankle's wobbling. Let's stay here for one more breath. On your next exhale, let's begin to release. Shake out as you need. Whew, I know that feels really good to me. Let's come back to the top of the mat. Yes, I'm changing the top of the mat. That's okay. You don't need to. You can stay just as you are. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Lower the knees as you need. And on your exhale, all the way down to the mat. Setting up for locust, any variation. Inhale, lift up hands and heels. Exhale to stay here or to lower. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, lift up locust pose. Do we feel the back body strengthening? Exhale to stay here or lower. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift up locust pose. See if you can lift up just a little bit more. And on your next exhale, let's all lower. Forehead or cheek down to the mat. Gently sway those hips side to side, or bend the knees and allow the feet to rock you back and forth. Finding your stillness. Legs settling down. Allowing the tops of the feet to root down into the mat. Feet are about hips distance apart. Let's take those hands under the shoulders. Help yourself come upright and come into Sphinx pose. Elbows are under shoulders, forearms are parallel. Do we keep the tops of the feet rooted down into the mat? It's okay if we release it. Let's try to reset them. When you're ready, inhale, pull the heart forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale to stay here or release chin to the chest. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, pull the heart forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale to stay here or to release. One more time. Inhale, Sphinx pose, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, let's all release. Let the chin come to the chest. Right ear to right shoulder, and then chin to the chest.
Left ear to left shoulder, and then chin to the chest. Inhale, Sphinx pose, heart forward, shoulders back, pause here to breathe. As you're here, observe if the shoulders are up by the ears. If they are, see if you can press down through the elbows and the forearms. Imagine lifting and extending out of the spine, all the way out the top of the head, feeling that lengthening. And that heart is drawing forward. The tops of the feet are rooted down to hold and anchor you. Let's stay here for one more breath, and if you needed to release, no problem at all. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and release all the way. Forehead or cheek down to the mat. Gently sway those hips side to side or bend the knees and allow the feet to rock you back and forth. Finding stillness, let's roll onto your side, setting up for a quad stretch. Bottom arm to support your head, however feels good. Bending that top knee, top hand to take hold of the foot. Heel towards a glute or heel away. Now if you find your knee lifted way up high, see if you can bring it back in line with the hip. How's this feel? It's a little nice and passive. I felt like after some of the harder postures, we'd bring it down just a little bit. Don't worry, we'll go back up in a moment. Let's stay here for one more breath. Do we feel any sensation? For me, it's very, very mild. But for you, maybe it's a lot. We're all the same but different. On the next exhale, let's go ahead and release. Roll to your other side. I'm just going to change sides so my back isn't to you. Bottom hand to support your head, however feels good. Bending that top knee. Top hand to take hold of the foot. Heel towards a glute or heel away from the glute. And if you're not able to hold the foot, it's okay. You can always just allow that leg to extend back. You can do a hamstring strengthener. You can even bring that leg forward if you'd like to do a little bit of self-massage. You're going to work with your body, especially when you're at home. Work with your space, environment, present there, right? Your breath, your body, and wherever you're practicing. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and release. Roll onto your belly, hands under shoulders for cobra or to the low ribs for up dog. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. So you can draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to stay here or to lower. Twice more. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale to stay here or to lower. One more time. Inhale, lift up cobra or up dog. Exhale, let's all lower. Draw back child's pose or down dog. Listen to your body. Option for a flow of choice. Finding movement or enjoying your stillness. Add that organic movement as your body needs. Remembering, we can bring that awareness to our body through stillness, through strength, through passive stretching, and through movement. That's the beauty of being present. Let's stay here for one more breath wherever you are. If you'd like to join me, begin to make your way up to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, on your exhale, let's walk those feet to the hands. Root down through the feet. Inhale, come to stand however feels good. Let's all meet, hands to the heart or to the hips. Let's step the right foot back. Find your warrior two position. Back toes out, bend in that left knee, left hand forward, right hand back. We're gonna pause here. Connect with your breath. If you're not feeling much in that forward leg, guess what? You can allow yourself, create a little more distance between the feet, bend a little bit more. You can keep that knee in line and stacked over that ankle, but you can try to make that thigh parallel to the ground. That brings a lot of awareness. For me, a little bit too much awareness. So I'm gonna heel toe that foot back in. That was just for a demo. Do you feel that strength of that forward quad? Forward front of the leg? How are your shoulders feeling? We've had those arms extended out for a while.
Are you pretty present in your body? Or have we started to think about other things? It's okay. When you're ready, on your exhale, let's release those hands by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead, create a big circle. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead, create that big circle. Last time. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale, back to warrior two. Gather the hands at the heart. Straighten the forward knee. Maybe turn the toes in just a little bit and turn the back toes out. Side lunge. We're gonna bend into the back knee, straighten the forward leg. Hands can be at the thigh, maybe to the heart. If you'd like to go down further, you're welcome to do so, supported with the hands or any props. What does your body need today? I'm gonna stay up a little bit higher. I feel this in the back quad now. Observe if you are more upright or if you're a little bit more hinged forward. Or allow yourself to play and see what feels better for today. I'm gonna be a little bit more upright and just a subtle bend in that back knee. We'll stay here for one more breath. And when you're ready, come back up, adjust your feet for wide-legged forward fold. Facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, reach up to the sky if it serves you, and exhale, hinge forward. Grab that block if you need, hands under shoulders. Those of you joining me, I'm gonna take my hands through the legs, fingers the opposite direction of the toes. Head is heavy, there's nothing to see. Remember, if you need a different variation today, please take a different variation. Always listen to your body, come out as you need, or breathe with me for just a little bit longer here. Let's stay here for one more breath. When you're ready, hands will come under the shoulders, maybe to a block, toes out, heels in, bend the knees, hands to thighs, roll up one vertebra at a time. As you make your way upright, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Turn the toes forward and step to the top of the mat. Yep, and change the top of the mat. When you're ready, other side. Left foot steps back, find your warrior two position. Bend in that right knee, right hand forward, left hand back. Remember what we did before. You can have more awareness into that forward quad when that thigh is parallel to the ground. Maybe we're gonna take our feet a little wider. That's fine. Maybe you're like me and you're like, nope, not today. Maybe not so far, and maybe not that big of a bend in that forward knee. How are the shoulders feeling? We just did this on the other side, so this is kind of like a double whammy. Are you feeling really present in your body? I'm feeling present in my shoulders. I'm gonna release my arms just for a moment and reset, and then go back. I don't know about you, but I've noticed that as I got tired, my shoulders were creeping up towards my ears. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Make sure you're breathing. You can stay like this as long as you want, or join me. Exhale to release the hands by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead. We'll do that twice more. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead. Last time. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands back by the hips. Inhale to warrior two. Let's gather the hands at the heart. Straighten the forward knee. Turn the toes in, maybe just a little bit. Back toes turn out. Side lunge, bend into that back knee. Whether it's a little or a lot, again, this is your choice. Whether this is an easy or a hard posture for you, can we practice our presence in our space where we might have distractions, external distractions? That's okay. But then bring it back to the practice. You might have things that pop up in your mind or feelings that you have. That's okay. Just acknowledge it and then return back to the practice. How's that back quad feeling? Did you decide to be more upright today, or are we hinging forward? Again, it's all an option. Everything has an option. Make sure that the breath is still moving. Let's stay here for one more breath. On your next inhale, help yourself come upright. Adjust your feet as you need. Wide-legged forward fold once again. Same or different variation when you're ready. Inhale, reach up to the sky if it serves you. Exhale, hinge forward. I'm gonna do a different one. Grab that block if you need. Just walking the hands over to the right. Pausing here. And then returning back to center. Hands walk over to the left. Pausing here. And returning back to center. Head is heavy, gently nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. And when you're ready, toes out, heels in, bend the knees. Hands to thighs, roll up one vertebra at a time. As you make your way upright, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Turn the toes forward and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale, plank pose, changing it up. Exhale, forearm plank. You're welcome to stay here. Option to lower the knees or knee or knees. Steady breathing. Come down as you need or for an additional challenge. On your next exhale, let's walk those feet towards the elbows, dolphin pose. Hips are elevated. Legs are straight. We're actively pressing down through the elbows, forearms, and hands, whether we're in forearm plank or dolphin. Let's stay here for one more breath. On your next exhale, let's lower the knees, sink back, child's pose. Hips towards the heels, hands are forward. Connecting with the breath. How did that feel in your hamstrings if you were in dolphin pose? How did that feel in forearm plank? After doing planks earlier, warrior two, keeping those arms up, and then coming down and doing a forearm plank. Let's stay here for one more breath. And when you're ready, begin to make your way up to tabletop. From tabletop, you have an option to go back to cat-cow, child's pose, or join me in puppy pose. Puppy pose, walking the hands forward, melting the heart down. As you're here, hips stay stacked over the knees. Puppy pose is one of my favorite things for my shoulders and my upper back. That's just one of my places in my body that's always tight. Let's stay here for one more breath. And on your next inhale, roll forward onto the belly. Take your time as you get there. And then forehead or cheek down to the mat. Gently sway those hips side to side. Or bend the knees and allow the feet to rock you back and forth. Finding stillness once again. Let's extend those arms out from the shoulders, palms face down. Let's turn that left cheek down to the mat. And then bend that right knee. Right foot goes towards the left hand. Some of you might have a small swivel of the hips, that's fine. Some will take the foot a little behind you or a lot behind you. Option to take a quad stretch as well. Right hand to right foot. Head is resting on the mat. Mine's lifted just because I didn't want to mess up the AirPod and have it fall out. Let's stay here for one more breath. And then begin to unwind, returning back onto your belly. Arms extend out from the shoulders, right cheek down to the mat. Bending that left knee, left foot towards the right hand. Again,
Whether it's a little swivel, stacking the hips, maybe it's a big, left hand can support you however you need. Maybe you've taken that quad stretch. How does this feel on this side? We came back and did a passive stretch again. How does that feel? Let's stay here for one more breath. And then begin to unwind, returning back onto your bellies. Take your time. Hands under your shoulders, draw back child's pose. Hips towards the heels. Hands can stay forward. Inhale, round up into tabletop, arch the spine. And exhale to your outer hip stretch. What is that? That can be pigeon pose. That can be on your back, figure four, or any variation of figure four, just like we did earlier. If you'd like to join me, I'm gonna come into either crisscross applesauce, and I don't have a prop with me, but if I had a towel, you can always set a towel that's been folded or a blanket, lift up the hips, come to the front part of it, just so your hips are elevated. I know a lot of people, especially my husband, crisscross applesauce is incredibly challenging. On your back, figure four is an awesome option. Doesn't matter which leg's in front. Exhale to hinge forward. Always that option too for fire log, half lotus or full lotus. 90-90 or triangle. I know I'm throwing a lot of different variations at you. I've noticed in a lot of my in-person classes that pigeon is one of those postures that is very challenging for the majority of my students. If it's easy for you, awesome. And I see so many different things in pigeon, not wrong per se, but I think there's an easier way, an approach sometimes to finding an outer hip stretch. The only way it's wrong is if you're creating unnecessary pain or pain at all. Especially in yoga, we're looking for sensation, and it can be intense sensation, but let's not go into the area of pain. I did a lot of talking. Was that a good distraction? Maybe an outer body experience right there. Let's go back into our bodies. Allow ourselves to feel and observe. Did you make any extra adjustments? Are you using any props? Let's stay here for one more breath. Those of you that like to have transition, let's go ahead and make our way out. If you don't need, feel free to stay there just a little longer. And when you're ready, let's begin to go to the other side. Oops, which side did I do? See, even as yoga teachers, sometimes we forget which side we just did, even if we just came out of the posture. Settling in, trying to do the same variation that we did on the other side. Being present. Are you able to be present? I know that can be a big challenge, speaking from experience. Sometimes it's easier to just allow things to kind of pass you by, go on autopilot, or kind of go numbly through life. But I do encourage you, especially as you're here, and you're in the privacy of wherever you're at, try and see how it feels to be present. Present in your body. Sometimes I think being present in the body is one of the easiest things to do because we can feel it, right? If we need, we can just touch our shoulder. You can give yourself a face massage. Sometimes it can be harder to be present with our mind or
our emotions. Continue to find that breath. Observe if you're finding tension in your shoulders or at the base of the head. We're not judging, but if we are finding tension there, try to soften into the posture a little bit more, or maybe don't go in quite as far. Just because I haven't called the end of the posture doesn't mean you can't come out. Remember, that's your privilege as a student, to have your inner teacher always with you. Let's stay here for one more breath. Those of you that like transition, help yourself come out. Let's begin to find whatever works for you, whether it's a down dog, a child's pose. We all have that favorite something, right? Used to be hip openers for me. Okay, when you're ready, begin to make your way onto your back. Please be mindful of your neck and your head. And as you lower down, see if you can allow the back of the head to be down on the mat. So for me, that involves allowing the bun to come out. Take the knees skyward and heel toe the feet about mat's distance apart, and windshield wiper those knees side to side. Let's take the knees over to the right, pausing here. Stay as you are, or right foot on top of that left knee. How does that feel in your body? You can always release it like I am. Today, I'm feeling that in my low back, and that's not a sensation that's pleasant. How's that feel for you? Are we still breathing? If it feels good, inhale, come up center, exhale, knees over to the left. Stay as is, or left foot on top of that right knee. How's that feel? Interestingly enough, no pinching in my low back on this side. Keep on breathing. Let's go ahead and release. Take the knees skyward. Allow the knees to buckle in towards each other, and then take the arms out from the shoulders, palms face up. Let's bend the elbows, fingers towards the sky. Palms are facing down towards our feet. Inhale here. Exhale, back of the hands to the mat, cactus. Inhale, fingers skyward. Exhale to reverse your cactus. Inhale, fingers skyward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingers skyward. Exhale, reverse your cactus. Inhale, skyward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingers skyward. Exhale, reverse your cactus. Inhale, fingers skyward. Exhale, let's release cactus. Let the knees go skyward. Heel toe the feet, about hips distance apart. You can come into a twist or quad stretch or that combined duo. Those of you joining me, we're going to invite that right knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers over that right knee. Fully extend the left leg long, right knee towards the left, coming into a twist. Hands wherever feels good. Breathing, and with every breath, every exhale, can we surrender just a little bit more into the posture? Let's stay here for one more breath. And then begin to release, rolling onto your back, knees coming into the chest. Give yourself a hug, gently rock side to side. And then, if you're joining me, let's release that right leg long. Left knee towards the right, hands again wherever feels good, setting that gaze, connecting with the breath. Can you soften just a little bit more?
One more breath. When you're ready, rolling onto your back, inviting the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug, gently rocking side to side. Making your way to happy baby, feet towards the sky, knees towards the armpits or side ribs in your stillness or movement. And when you're ready, making your way to your final resting position if it serves you. Always an option to find passive or active postures. Eyes open or closed. For me to finish teaching this class, I'll be coming to a seated position, but feel free to stay exactly as you are. As we close this class, bringing attention to the body, make sure you're still breathing. But let's begin to find a full body scan. You can do this in stillness or in movement. Checking in, how does it feel after this practice? After this intentional movement, after this intentional breathing? There's no right answer. Bringing attention to the full body. See if you can contract every muscle in the body, from the face, the neck, the arms, the torso, the legs, the hips. But make sure we're breathing. And on your next exhale, let's go ahead and release and surrender. See if we can just kind of melt. How's that feel? Let's do that one more time. Finding that contraction of your face, arms, hands, feet, legs, chest, torso, hips, arms. Finding that breath while we're in this contracted state. And then on your next exhale, let's release and surrender. If it serves you, inhale fully through the nose whenever it happens. And exhale to release to sigh out the mouth. Doing that as many times as your body needs or wants. Please remember, you can stay here for as long as you're able, even after I close this class. For those that would like, finding gentle movement, whether big or small, taking that full body stretch. I always think that feels so good after a practice. For those that are ready, making your way to your side for fetal position. Ellen Brenneman says, yoga takes us to the present moment, the only place that the whole life exists. Yoga takes us to the present moment, the only place where whole life exists. Taking a moment to reflect. Have you been practicing presence lately? I encourage you, maybe have a discussion with a friend. Take a time to just think or journal after class. Have you been able to practice presence lately? Stay as you are, or use your hands to help press you up to a comfortable seated position of your choice, taking your time in all things. Gathering the hands at the heart if it serves you today. Taking that full in-breath whenever it happens. And that full out-breath to release. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and your time with me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Again, my name is Rachel, and this is All Levels Yoga, courtesy of Comeback Yoga. Thanks so much for joining.
This is our third week. Next week is our final being present. We're going to be focusing on being present in wherever we're practicing with our breath, with our body. And instead of finding those little bit harder postures, holding them, we'll be going through a little bit more of a flow, a little bit less holding postures to see how it feels moving rhythmically with your breath, with movement, and remembering you can always rest as you need. I hope to see you next week. As always, please check out our website, Comeback Yoga, also our social media. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment here on YouTube and share us. We're here to support you. As always, here in Hawaiian, we say aloha and a hui ho. That means goodbye and I'll see you later. Until next week, aloha.